Hey,
Hi
it's us
everyone.
with the rhythm and the
Here we
flavor.
are.
Welcome to our album release.
Virtual party.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Because we're not allowed to really have parties yet, so we're just doing this celebration virtually of the completion of the brand new album, which is now for sale. Well, it's going to be for sale in a few minutes. It's almost midnight. And it is available for purchase on our Bandcamp site, and all that information is going to be posted for you visually.
so
So,
we are the rhythm and the flavor. The album is named Comfort Food. We've got 10 original songs that we've written on here. Some of the songs date back a couple of years that we were originally writing, hanging out on Friday nights by the pool, drinking. Um, Up to like the most recent song, I literally was just like finishing it this morning.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. The bonus track, which I can't wait to play the bonus track for you guys. You guys have never heard it. It's so silly and it's great.
right. So we've got 10 action packed songs.
Yeah. One apology in advance. We did find out in an earlier attempt to film this little bit that one of our files got corrupted. So we're only going to play the song Slow Coup, but the music video is available for you to view on your own time on the same YouTube channel, the Rhythm and Flavor Productions YouTube channel.
The rhythm and the flavor is the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are now going to play you the song Slow Coup,
Yep.
which
This is the first track on the album.
Yep.
And so we're gonna play that for you all.
yeah, do we want to tell the fun stories about Slow Coup afterwards, or should we tell them now?
I don't know. I mean,
You know what? Let's just play the song, and then I'm going to tell you some fun stories about how that song was created.
all right. So we'll be back after the song's over. Actually, you know what? Why don't you tell them some stories about Slow Coup, because you also did the video.
I did, yes.
So you can talk a bit about that, and then.
And I think you might actually be low on beer. Do you need to go get yourself another beer? We are supposed to be celebrating here.
All right. So I'm gonna run to the store. All right, here is the first song from the Rhythm and the Flavor off our new album, Comfort Food, which is going to be on sale momentarily.
Right.
All right, here's the first song. Enjoy. Hang on. I forgot to.
Sorry, guys, we
set
forgot
this
to give
guy.
ourselves a monitor so that we could make sure we knew when it started and stopped. So we're
Yeah.
just going to rectify
So if you
that.
guys were hearing it, that's awesome. You guys are special. We were not hearing it. Okay, so now we
We're
can
gonna start
hear
it
it with
again.
you guys. All right, sorry. Here we go.
Bolsonaro or 45. Fascismo continua muito much alive. Povo oprimido tá sabendo dessa story. Same-ish, different day nessa longa história. Lava Jato, Petrobras or even stupid Watergate. O povo exigindo que a justiça can't wait. O que você vai fazer quando cai a democracia? Fica lá na praia tomando uma cervejinha. That's the sound of the shredding of the Constitution. Tell me, is it time for a new solution? It's a slow cruise. It's a slow cruise. What do we do when they bring us down? What do we do when they bring us down? We make slow cruise. It's a slow cruise. Hey guys. So that was, whoops, I gotta get rid of the images. There we are. Okay, so that was our song, Slow Coup. And so there's kind of a couple of funny stories about that song. We, back in December, we sort of decided what we wanted our kind of creative output for the year to be. And we realized we had a lot of like bits and parts of songs that we had written over the years, you know, just hanging out by the pool on a Friday night or whatever. And so we actually intentionally went into 2020 knowing that these songs were pretty much going to be our creative output for the year, in addition to things we were already doing. We weren't going to shift gears, we were going to add to what we were already doing. So, then 2020 started. Remember the start of 2020? Remember when we didn't know the world was going to be turned upside down just yet? Like we were still sort of thinking that the world operated under the rules we were told it would? Yeah, I remember those days, right? It's fun to remember that. So in January, two things were happening. I was in rehearsals for a staged reading of a new play where a playwright and researcher had interviewed people from across the political spectrum, essentially to try to understand how people who voted for Trump and people who didn't vote for Trump could see each other's humanity across that sort of deep political divide, which seems to be not emerging, it has emerged, and it is showing itself as a very big chasm. So that was happening in January. And at the same time, what I like to call the impeachment fiasco was happening. And I was watching it every day. I was learning a lot about how our government actually works and how it's supposed to work, and how those aren't always the same thing. And very clearly was being set up as, the House managers did a very good job of saying, here's how things are supposed to work. And then the other side basically just kept getting up and shouting, this is how things are going to work. And then nothing happened. And I was, that's where the seeds of rage and despair began. So even before I had ever heard the word COVID, those were already two situations I was having to deal with that I didn't know what to do. I couldn't figure out how to get up off the couch. I was like, we think we have done so much to stop this wave of fascism. Not gonna mince words. And then to find out that we haven't done enough, and it's still like all we've done and it still wasn't enough. Like there's still so much left to be done. So the only thing that got me off the couch was writing that song, Slow Coup. So I hope those of you who felt equally sort of betrayed by that impeachment fiasco, I hope you will find some comfort in that song. So now for the second song, we are actually going to play the music video. I think we tested this earlier. I think it works. I don't think our files are corrupted. This is the song Souls in Isolation, and this is the song that we wrote completely 100% in response to the pandemic. And it was the other thing once the pandemic hit that got me up off the couch out of the rage and despair. So, Souls in Isolation is here for your enjoyment. Here you go. Once more into the fray. I cannot keep this crazy world at bay. Here I go once more into the fire. I burn myself, I purge myself, just trying to stay inspired. Souls in isolation, losing sight of what it's all for. Give it all I can, and then I'll give some more. When I hear you calling out my name, but you're not there with me. When I find myself on hallowed ground, close my eyes and try to see you smile at me. We are souls in isolation, losing sight of what it's all for. Give it all I can until I have no more. Looking for some time to heal our soul. What will it take for us to feel whole again? What's it gonna take for us to see the value of the humans looking back at me? 'Cause I need you and you need me, and I need you and you need me, and we need us to be one humanity. Yeah, hey guys. There were some special friends that we thanked there in that. Wait, I better hide that before it accidentally starts again. And that one too. Okay. Sorry, just doing technical things. Look at me doing technical things on a... Oh, it's Thursday night. It's not Friday night. But it's kind of like Friday night.
Oh, yes,
jueves. It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yes, jueves.
Jueves. So anyway, that was the music video for our song Souls in Isolation, which actually, happily, Mike is back from his trip to the store. Oh, you got the claw. Very good. Everybody, well, I don't understand it as a thing, but everybody seems to love it. We have masks right above our heads that were the masks that were used in the making of that music video you just saw.
Oh, so they saw the music video with the masks?
Yeah, they just did.
So the masks were fun. So basically, we were like, all right, let's make a music video.
Using whatever we had lying around.
Yeah,
Like literally whatever was well, not literally lying around.
No, I mean, we're not using like silverware and plates. So, but she had these these masks lying around and these watercolor markers or something.
Yeah, so a previous project that I had done last year, I guess it's actually not quite a year. Oh my God, it seems like a lifetime ago. But back in November of 2019, when the world still seemed normal, we did the project 27 Signs, and we had these blank masks that never got used. And so I just had them lying around. So we decided to put them to good use, and we sat out there for hours. I mean, it was March, so it wasn't blisteringly, hot fires from hell like it is in Phoenix nowadays.
Yeah, so we sat down and we started painting these masks and using little watercolored markers, and really quickly we just sort of zoned into it, and really we're just getting into, I don't know, painting, drawing, whatever it is. But it was feeling good.
It was very therapeutic.
Yeah, it felt
good. Very
good.
therapeutic.
Yeah.
We even acknowledged it as it was happening. We were like, wow, this feels really good to just sit out here and like do things with our hands, and be creative. I didn't want to throw any of them away. I thought they were all too beautiful. I was like, no, we're going to keep these. Like, they were all, well, I don't know. I have a personal attachment to the masks, but
you directed the music video,
right,
and you sort of had the idea for these masks. Like, really, I only did one. Just
which is kind of the coolest one, by the way.
Yeah,
the creepy guy with like the dripping black bloody eyes.
Yeah, basically that one's just like pain, like emotional pain.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Each one of those masks. Ooh, look. Oh, it's the pointing and camera thing.
It's weird,
it's
right?
So weird. You know what? You know who understands
you
this is Doc Coates. I'm gonna tell Doc Coates, if you're watching. We are watching, what do you call it? The Absolute Mirror. Anyway, so.
Love you, Doc.
Yeah, we love you, Doc. Anyway, he's really good at Alexander technique. If anybody in Phoenix needs an Alexander guy, shout out to Doc. We love Doc.
He's really good at a lot of things.
Yeah, he's just a spectacular human being. We like Doc. So
the masks. So they're up over here. So they have like, they represent.
So
different...
each primary line of the lyrics is sort of represented by one of the masks. So actually, the very first one over on that side of the screen. I'm pointing in the right direction. Yeah. That was the mask where I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm just gonna like start. And I just sort of like, there's a process. You sort of commune with the mask a little bit, and you kind of like decide what the mask wants to be. I had already known I wanted a Harlequin theme because I'm a theater person, and I have a soft spot in my heart for the Harlequin figure, even if you don't ever study a Commedia dell'arte, like he appears everywhere. So,
what do we do? The green guy, we ended up doing like, it's almost like a nature, like trees and branches and leaves and
something. I mean, that green guy, the very last one in the song, he's also like nature and vines interweaved with all of these symbols of religion and money.
Yeah.
So it's like the tangling of all of those things, how there aren't really clear distinctions, like they're kind of all mixed up together.
And then this guy, the fire guy.
Yeah, and that one, it was very two-dimensional for me. I was like, the lyrics talk about walking into a fire, so I'm gonna make this mask look like fire. And then I was like, oh, the orange and the yellow, and the orange-yellow, and the red for accent. Like, I was obsessed with the, like, shading of color on that one.
I really liked that mask because it was something about the way the markers, the watercolor markers or whatever, it was like the way that you put it on, they almost laid on it almost like flat, like a frosting, and then the other color was sitting over top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
I gotta
was kinda
tell
cool.
you, it was very interesting to watch the way those watercolor markers interacted with the paper. I don't know if this sounds too
Here,
esoteric,
let me
but
see.
like, if you use, I'm sure people who paint already know, and this is super obvious, and I'm like discovering it for the first time, but like, like, depending on how much liquid you have and how heavy you press, like, it was almost as if the paint was telling me how heavy or thick to put it on. I just had to like feel and listen to the paint.
Like you can kind of see up there a little bit towards on the top of the head.
It's
Some of those
textural.
flames.
It becomes
Yeah.
textural.
Yeah, there's a thickness to it. So it's like
Because the
layer
paper
upon
swells
layer.
when it gets wet enough, but if it gets too wet, it becomes thinned out. So it's like is that almost like chemistry? Oh my goodness. Or is that physics? I'm not a scientist, so I apologize if I'm saying things that totally.
Anyway, and then the oh god, and then the last mask.
Oh, the last mask. Well, the last mask corresponds to the song lyrics of feeling like we need to heal our soul. Like, those wounds on the mask there seemed to me to be really deep, like soul wounds. They're not just like it's not just a flesh wound.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, we had to throw in
Okay.
Monty Python reference somehow.
Okay,
accidentally.
so sorry if we've talked your ears off and bored you silly talking about the masks. For those of you that dig the masks,
But yeah, some
let
of
us
you
know.
have been telling me about the mask. Oh, and speaking
Yeah.
of the masks, that's some of our swag that we have for sale. So I have to say, I don't have them here to show you because I got a message from Zazzle saying that due to COVID, their shipping was delayed. And honestly, like, I don't need my stupid little postcards faster than somebody needs their PPE, right? Like,
Sure.
let's just be frank about that. But if you trust
Fucking Zazzle.
Zazzle, but Custom Ink, they were super fast. Like, I had these over a week ago. Anyway, I don't mean to be shilling, they're not paying me anything to say that.
Throw
But
Zazzle under the bus. All right.
no, but Zazzle, I use Zazzle for
my God.
creative reasons because they
Yeah.
allow you to do a lot. So I made these postcards where the mask image is on one side and then on the reverse, on the top of the place where you write, is that line of the lyric from the song that corresponds to the mask. So it's a set of 12, 2 of each. So
Oh, you
when
got 12, huh?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's why I freaked out that day that in one of our data crashes, like, I was like, I don't have the still image for the original Harlequin.
Oh my God.
But we resolved the situation and it's fine.
Okay. Anyway, so moving on, guys.
Ooh, another song.
So that was
That was Souls in Isolation.
Souls in Isolation, the mask. That explains the mask. So you guys know. If you guys have any more questions or anything about the mask, hit us up in the comments. Let us know.
For sure.
And
And if you like what you're hearing, share it with your friends. We're a totally word of mouth campaign because we don't have a marketing department. It's just us, and there's no label like paying for marketing. So, if you like it, tell people.
yeah. Hopefully you dig it. Anyway, so that's 2 songs. So moving on,
Wow.
song number 3.
Oh, this one's cute.
Oh my God. All right. So this song. So this is a song that we wrote almost accidentally, probably about 6 months ago. We were just sort of jamming, and there were a couple of chords. It
was about a year ago.
It was like
Yeah.
it was like 4 chords. It was like a 4-chord progression or something like that, and it was like,
really cheerful.
it sounded like the happiest
Right.
like progression ever.
And so he's a metal guy and I'm a blues person, so I was like, I don't know how to do cheerful,
So I was like, let's just lean into it.
Right, so we totally leaned into it. Yeah.
So we kind of had the idea of like, not that I went there, but just like this concept of the camp that you go to? Was it like sleepaway camp or something like that? It was something they did in the
summer
50s.
Camp. We used to just call it summer camp. Yeah, I did go to a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the story is silly that we narrate, and none of those things are actually
so that's
true.
our setting.
But we wrote it about this hypothetical camp in our sort of mythic imagination.
Yeah. So we were just like, yeah, okay, so. Because the chord sounded happy, so we were like, oh, like Happy Campers.
So we literally called the song Happy Campers.
Look,
right?
We're not saying this stuff is deep, folks.
Hey,
it's not.
Don't be dissing my lyrics, mister.
Oh, I love the lyrics.
But it is true. Some of the lyrics are very, very silly. So please don't think this is going to win any literary awards.
I enjoy that we sat there, we kind of threw ideas out for these lyrics, and it was just ridiculousness that made us laugh. So
yeah, actually, that's like, we totally both wrote the lyrics on that one.
We did.
Yeah, it was like a process. And
she would say something, and I would say, like, she would say the first half, and then I would finish it.
Right.
Like, we were having a good time.
We were. It was a fun little song. And so we figured after having that, like, downer of a COVID song, which I love it. It makes me cry, but I love it. I'm allowed to be my biggest fan, my therapist tells me. So
anyway, here is the third song on the album, which is just a wacky, fun time song, but I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, here you go. Enjoy. Enjoy a walk in the woods, but don't stray off the trails. Beware of poison, ivy, and oak, and skunks who might show you their tails. Enjoy all the boats on the lake, but don't go in the water. We got the results last week. E. coli might be a problem. We'll teach you how to start a fire. We'll teach you how to use a knife. We'll teach you how to shoot an arrow. The basic skills of life. I hope you brought insect repellent. The bugs here have mutated. Even though the screens don't work, your bed sheets have been upgraded. You can make all the noise that you want. There's no one around to hear. You can have the time of your life if you just face up to your fears. We'll teach you arts, we'll teach you crafts. We'll teach you how to build a raft. We'll teach you how to plant a tree. The basics that you need. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. We're all happy campers. Dry your eyes. We're all happy campers. I know at first this might seem scary. Without your mom and dad around. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. We're all happy campers. Kid, don't cry. Kid, don't cry. Or I'll put this on YouTube, and I know how. Think of all the friendships you have made here. By the end, you'll all be crying tears of joy. Despite what the lawyers have said, doing chores is not child labor. Don't worry about spiders and snakes, but watch out for alligators. We'll teach you knots and boating safety. We'll teach you how to ride a horse. on YouTube, and I know how. Think of all the friendships you have made here. By the end, you'll all be crying tears of joy.
Hey kids, we're back. All right, let me turn my fan off.
He literally put crickets at the end. That's what I love about that. Like, it's so good.
It's
so,
silly.
but it's the perfect place for crickets because it's summer camp, right?
It's ridiculous, man. But I love that song. It's so silly.
Yeah, it is. It's very silly, and it's a lighthearted little thing that, you know, it was a bright spot on some very dark days. So
Yeah, it's just it was such a ridiculously happy progression. So
yeah, so that's Happy Campers. The next song we're gonna play for you is
this is an old one. This is
it's one we've been playing out live for a while.
a long, like years.
Oh, stop it!
No, seriously.
I mean, you know,
This is one of our oldest songs.
sorry.
Actually, 2 of the songs on this album are like really old. Like hanging out by the pool on a Friday night drinking.
Yeah, and this one is the very first song that we wrote together. Like, there's some songs that, like, I kind of wrote beforehand and then we arranged it, you know, or, like, you know, I don't know, you know, but this was the one that we both came together. We both had a fresh idea. It didn't stem from some other idea somewhere else. And it's called Post-Colonial Blues. So let's play.
And I just want to clarify when I say we wrote this stuff on like Friday nights drinking by the pool. I'm sorry. What that means is this was written like 10 years ago when we first got together. I was at her house in Tempe, and she was in school for...
That might be too much information that's not necessary to...
Yeah,
you know, it's fine. Like,
Anyway,
it's one of the first songs we wrote together, like,
we
several
were...
years ago.
Yeah, it was working the Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and on Fridays it was like, let's have some drinks and just chill and have fun.
Remember when Fridays meant something? You know, I got an email from a colleague at work on a Friday, and he was like, sorry for emailing on a Friday, but who really knows what day it is anyway? And I laughed out loud so hard. I was like, yeah, I mean, who knows?
What can you do but laugh?
So, I know now Post-Colonial Blues seems like such an innocent childhood phase. But I think we like how it turned out. So here we go. Post-Colonial Blues from the album Comfort Food by The Rhythm and the Flavor. I'm like a chili verde, so picante but also saborosa. No me diga that I'm a colonizer, just because I love your virgin forest. 'Cause you're sweet, but not too sweet. The deeper I go, the deeper I know that you are. Don't tell me. So sweet, but not too sweet. I'm just an outsider looking in. Não me diga, mas chocolates branco. If you cleave me, my sangue is vermelho. Não me diga, mestiçagem é morto. Please believe me, I'm on the periphery of something buried in the sweet, but not too sweet. I'm just an outsider looking in. No jigger, my privilege precludes me. No jigger, my privilege excludes me. I will say I'm not my father's keeper. All I want is to go. All I want is to go a little deeper, deeper. 'Cause you're sweet, but not too sweet. The deeper I go, the deeper I know that you are. Don't tell me so sweet, not too sweet. Just an outsider looking in. You're so sweet.
All right.
So yeah.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Right? But not too sweet. Oh my god, we're such dorks.
Sorry. Couldn't resist. Yeah.
We're silly. But here's a fun story. So we wrote that song while I was in grad school, beginning to work on a new solo performance piece that's still in process. It's still, in fact, I think it's probably still gestating. Sympathy for Eschew is the name of that. Some of you in my conference land circles may have seen an excerpt. But the next one is actually from another solo performance piece that I wrote years ago called Passion Fruit, and this is Passion Fruit Blues. But it's a basic blues, and I had never had the opportunity to record it with like actual musicians. So when Mike and I started playing out like a year and a half ago, I was like, oh, I have this blues song we could totally play. It's just a blues. It's a slow blues in D, right? D minor, that's super easy to figure out, right?
Well, don't tell them what key it's in.
Oh my god.
You're gonna make it easy for them.
Well, we're supposed to make it easy for the musicians, right? Once they know what key it's in, it's a lot easier to improvise.
It's nothing crazy.
Anyway, so the next song is Passion Fruit Blues from the solo performance piece Passion Fruit. I could say my baby ran away with another woman, yeah. I wish I could say my baby ran away with another man. But my baby just plain I wish I could blame my wandering eyes. I wish I could blame my tears. I wish I had a rival to blame for my feeling so queer. Well, there ain't no other nobody or nothing to blame but my own damn fears. I got me the passion fruit blues, the passion fruit blues, the passion fruit blues, passion fruit blues, passion fruit blues. I wish you could feel my sorrow. I wish you could feel my pain. I passion fruit blues, the passion fruit blues, passion fruit blues, passion fruit blues.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, Passion Fruit Blues, y'all.
yeah.
Right?
So I don't know if we have talked about it yet because we had a couple of takes of this start before we resolved some technical issues, but we have swag for sale this weekend only.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm putting the order in at 5 p.m. Monday, and
Okay.
then you can't get the swag anymore.
So this weekend only, swag, guys. So
we have this
hopefully you're watching the
really
video.
cool baseball shirt with the logo on the front that Mike here designed because he's that talented.
That's what I do.
Right?
Things.
And on the back of that really rad hoodie is the cover of our album, Comfort Food. So, and on the back of my shirt it says like virtual album release party Labor Day 2020 or something like this. But on the front of that is this logo, The Rhythm and the Flavor. So those images that you've been seeing while the songs have been playing, that's how you can order. So if you buy the album for $10 and you pay like whatever it is extra, then you'll get one of our bits of swag that we've got. And if you buy our album today, Friday, the very first day of the release, which is a first Friday of the month, Bandcamp is waiving their fees in an effort to support artists during the pandemic. So
yeah,
if you
support artists, y'all.
Yeah. So if you don't buy our album today, maybe wait until the first Friday of October or whatever, If you love the music, we hope you'll buy it. We hope you'll share it with your friends. Tell people that that like music and like new music. If you like it, hey, listen to this stuff,
Right? Okay.
Because the next song is, Cognitive Dissonance, a.k.a. My Mama Told Me.
Oh.
Right,
okay. Yeah. So we should probably address this here officially.
Oh, wow.
So I was working on all this stuff like by myself late at night.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Like a house elf. But anyway, so I'm going through and I'm mastering all the songs, and I was working off of. I knew that in her book of master plans, I knew in the back she had the songs written down in order. So I was like, oh, okay.
Sketched out to myself as reminders of, in a shorthand that we both know. We've been referring to the song as My Mama Said, or My Mama Told Me, or My Mama whatever, since we started writing the song. But I always knew intellectually and artistically that the title of the song was Cognitive Dissonance, which I think it's really apropos that we're having this discussion publicly right now. So it means that the title is correct even when it's wrong.
See, it's ironic. Like art imitating life, life imitating art. What is it? Right.
So this is. I don't need to tell any more about this song. Let's just play it.
Yeah, this is a good song though.
Yeah.
All right.
My mama told me, girl, you're gonna be a star.
All right.
Oh man.
All right. That's a good song. I like that song. That's cool.
Right? Like
Yeah.
we're totally allowed to like our own songs. That's what my therapist keeps saying. We're gonna just champion the fact that we write these songs because we like them and we enjoy writing them. We enjoy listening to them. We hope you do too.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's a good jam. I like that. Good and
And
straightforward.
the riff is kind of like it's been a go-to riff of ours for a long time on improvisations, wouldn't you say? Like for at least a year. Like
Well, so it's a thing that I fall into. It's a weird thing where you do like the root note and then you also play like one fret up from that, which really the only time that happens is in the third mode, which is like the Phrygian mode. So it's
so
just
Mike's a
weird thing.
Phrygian guy.
I guess. I know. Whatever. Stupid. All right. So the
Anyway,
next
so that became a song.
yeah.
Yay.
Oh, speaking of stuff just becoming a song, segue. All right.
Segue.
So one day, Laurel Ann was having some coffee out back early, like at dawn. And it was so beautiful that she was inspired to bust out her cell phone and hum a little ditty into the phone. So we took that little bit and we fleshed it out into a song
And
called.
that Blues at Dawn.
There you go.
Perfect segue, baby.
Right? Let's roll
And
this.
that all I did was I sang the bass line into the song, and then we worked together to build the song on top of that.
Honestly, that's what we do for all these songs. So we've.
Right, we come up with one little idea, and then we just like tease it out until it becomes something.
Yeah.
It's a fun process.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so this one is Blues at Dawn. It's a little nutty, but it's, it's almost like coming from like that sort of like state between like, the night and the day. And,
Well, and actually the song the song has its own journey. If you pay attention to the lyrics, you'll find your own journey. But it started out as this kind of like simple sort of, that feeling when it's like, late Saturday night or maybe early Sunday morning and you've had a great weekend and you know that Monday's the next day. So it started out as like a very kind of simple thing like that. And then, I just started thinking about what it would be like from all sorts of different perspectives, from someone, having to deal with COVID today to looking at previous generations of what did you do after the stock market crashed in 1929. You know what I mean? I was just like trying to apply like, what would that really bad come down on a Sunday at dawn be for different people? So,
all right.
Blues
So-
at Dawn.
Yep, here we go. Everything was cool, but now it's going bad.
I
Blues
know.
at Dawn.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Here we go.
Friday, I woke up. It was our last day of classes. Saturday, we all went out to shake our asses. By Sunday, I started to feel all alone. Monday's coming round again. I've got the blues at dawn. Stand up, breathe deep, my friend. Life goes on, the sun comes up. This is not the end. On Monday, I woke up thinking that everything was normal. On Tuesday, my whole world went through a cosmic wormhole. Wednesday, I found out about COVID-19. By Thursday, I was prepping my house for quarantine. Life goes on, the sun comes up, this is not the end. Blues at dawn, I've been dancing all night long. Don't make me go back home, 'cause I'll be all alone. Blues at dawn. On a Thursday, I got word that the market crashed. Friday, my bank told me they lost all my cash. Saturday, I found out it was dark money all along. Before the weekend's over, I got the blues at dawn. Stand up, breathe deep, my friend. Life goes on, the sun comes up, this is not the end. Blues at dawn, the sunrise has got me thinking. I don't wanna get on board a ship that's slowly sinking. Blues at dawn. Tuesday, I got word we don't want your kind. Wednesday, I went to the bar and drank myself half blind. Thursday, I found out that a friend is dead and gone. Thank God it's Friday, I got the blues at dawn. Stand up, breathe deep, my friend. Life goes on, the sun comes up, this is not the end. Blues at dawn, we've been fragile for so long. We've got to rise up, we've got to live as one. Blues at dawn.
Yeah. There
There
we go,
it
guys.
is. Blues at
That's
dawn,
Blues at Dawn.
right?
So, yeah.
I like the blues. Blues are good.
Right.
The blues are, you know, they stem from the root of everything. It's all, you know, it's
Yeah.
all visceral connections to stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going on a rant again.
So that song was a nice little riff-based thing, you know, basically starting on that whole
A little bass line.
little bass line movement. So everything kind of hung on that. So
The
it's kind of
next
a fun
song
little
is
jam.
actually a song from another solo performance. This is a solo performance piece I've done several times called How Not to Make Love to a Woman. And this song is Wild Oak Kiss, and it happens at the very end of the performance, and so it's really a song about just sort of looking back at one's past scars and injuries and being present in today, like however that means for whoever the people are that you're with. So it's also for tree huggers, you know, it is Wild Oak Kiss. So if you hug and kiss trees, you might like this song, right? Here we go.
So we worked on this. This is one of the hanging out by the pool on a Friday night songs way back.
Oh yeah,
like
right?
10 years
because
ago.
I had the song only written. I had only written the melody, and you basically helped put that into its form that it is today.
Yeah, we set out to write a completely different style of song, but this is what we ended up with.
Well, and because the song also in a longer version of the song, there are lines of poetry between each of the verses, but That just makes the song really long, and we don't think you guys want to hear it
Six
for
and a
that
half
long.
minutes. You know what I mean? It was a bit much. So we cut it down and we reworked it. And
Right. If you're Prince, you can make songs that are 5.5 minutes long and everyone will love you. And you can make an album that's like 39 minutes long and it's only one track and everyone will still love you. Love Sexy.
yeah. So if you guys really want the full poetry included version of Wild Oak Kiss, hit us up. Let us know in the comments. Join us
Because
on
I also
Patreon
have a version of
and
it in
haunt us.
Portuguese. So, what am I doing? Are we setting us up for like me doing custom recordings for people? Yeah, no. But yeah, we are curious to hear what you would think of it.
Yeah. Okay. So let us know. Hit us up in the comments. So this one here is going to be Wild Oak Kiss. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Ready?
I'm walking through the garden, admiring the young sprouts. With my water bucket, which one needs my water spout? Walking through the garden, see an orchid flower. Pour my bucket over, watch it wilt and drown. I cry my tears and fill my bucket and move on. Cry my tears and move on. Cry my tears, fill my bucket and move on. Wandering through the garden, see a thirsty cactus flower. Sprinkle drops of water, pour my bucket over it, and sitting in the garden with my empty water can. Stab that prickly cactus, watch it bleed into my hands. I cry my tears and fill my bucket and move on. Cry my tears and move on. Cry my tears, fill my bucket and move on. With my water bucket, I learned to move on. In a grove of oak trees, majestic towering oaks, climb up in the branches, trace the lines deep in the bark, hold on to this oak tree, grab my water can. My water fills the cracks as I nestle into the branch. A wild oak kiss, a hint of berry, like a fine wine. Savor it and rest in the arms of my own. For wild oak fills my water can with dew. We spend our time in the morning sun, the wild oak kiss. Cry my tears, cry my tears, fill my bucket and
Oh my god, we can't resist being radio DJs. There she is, crying her tears and filling her bucket and moving on.
With the old school fade out.
Right?
All right, sorry.
And I think, actually, I sort of realized, as much as I hated to admit it for many years, I can't admit that Pat Benatar was a huge influence in my life when I was growing up.
Dude, okay, so we've had discussions about this. I don't know what she is talking about. Pat Benatar, Neil Girardo stuff was the bomb from Go.
I think I don't think I knew how to appreciate a strong female woman. I was raised in an environment where that was not fostered or appreciated, you know?
Tight, well-crafted, rockin' songs.
Oh yeah, she rocks.
Dude, that whole, like, I don't know if it was like one album or two albums.
It took
but
me a
man,
while to warm up to her.
so
It's
good.
fine. I appreciate her now.
Dude, when I heard that stuff, like this was like when, like, you know, New Wave was going on, which New Wave was great. I love New Wave. But, you know, it was like rock and roll. You know, Gerardo had like a Les Paul through a Marshall sound. Her band was tight. The arrangements were good. The progressions were good. It was good stuff.
I mean,
man.
I would like to think I'm in the same thing as Pat Benatar, but I am embracing her aesthetic more and more, I will have to say.
Good
Because
stuff.
the next song sort of draws upon Pat Benatar, sort of Joan Jett kind of persona also.
Oh.
Right?
Okay, so the next song is a song called Space Between.
Yeah.
Um,
It refers to the space between rage and despair, whose seeds were planted earlier in the story, as I was telling you.
Which story?
I think you were out getting beer. It was a story
Oh.
of Slow Coup and the impeachment fiasco, and how the seeds of rage and despair were already planted back in January.
Right? Okay, so
So here they are, coming to fruit. Look, rage
Right.
and despair, creating a beautiful tree with flowers and fruit to eat.
yeah. So
Oh goodness,
Yeah.
am I being...
so this was going to be the last song on the album.
Oh, it...
But then she wanted to add something a little bit more cheerful and hopeful after it, so thus the bonus track, which we just finished this morning.
Well,
But we'll
and
get
it's
to that.
not that we just threw a random song on at the end. This is a song that we had been talking about, actually, as soon as the pandemic started, and we were like planning songs and music videos. All.
Oh, wait. We'll get to that one.
Oh, we're not talking about
Yeah.
that one yet.
No,
It's
not
a
yet.
secret.
Yeah, no.
It's a surprise,
It's a
and
secret
it's
for
super
like 4
fun
minutes.
and very silly.
Okay.
But right now, we need some rage and despair.
Okay. So, all right. So, anyway, so this song is called Space Between. And so this one is, like, we wrote this, like, super quick. It's just a riff. It just got banged out. So, here it is to bang inside your head. Ready?
Yeah.
Come here with your guns out high, yelling, live free or die. Die. What you call your right to work is
Oh, sorry.
Right?
I have to laugh. I laugh. I always laugh, or I cry, or I do both. Right? There's
Yeah.
always a reaction.
Yeah, so that's Space Between.
Yeah.
I like that song.
I do. Boy, that song was really therapeutic because we wrote that song, or I wrote the first draft of the first few stanzas of the lyrics right after the Arizona May 15th anti-opening, anti-massacre, gun-toting protests happened. And then immediately 2 weeks later, Black Lives Matter were being harassed by police. So it was like, just in case you thought things were getting better, no, they aren't. So the rage and despair sort of went back in full force. So we decided together, anyway, we didn't want to end the
I
album
feel
that
like
way.
we've said this before on video. We decided, well, I guess it was I decided. We've done this before.
I mean, it's a
No, it's
collaborative
fine.
process.
Yeah, no,
Because actually, I was just sitting listening through the album last week because I really like our songs. I think they're fun, And then I got to the end of it and I was like, wow, that was really great, except...
bit of a downer at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Kind of like Rogue One, right?
Oh, but that's so beautiful the way it ends, even though it is a downer.
Great movie, but
But so here's the thing: our cat has been one of our primary sources of entertainment.
oh, you segued into Aslan. So our cat's named Aslan.
I mean, he's
if you know
the
us,
Emperor Aslan of our house.
if you know us, I'm sure you've heard him in
Oh,
one way or another.
in fact, I'm surprised he's not yowling around here again.
seriously.
He probably knows we're doing stuff and we're not going to feed him.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we watch him and we're super amused by him.
It's not like we're stalking him, but we do live with him. So we notice.
I mean, he stalks us.
Aslan is a very peculiar cat. He is very dramatic. He is sometimes very secretive.
Well, and I think he has a couple of different realities. We've talked about this before. Like he has, when he goes outside, it seems like he thinks his reality is he's like jungle cat.
Yeah, it's weird.
And he's like prowling the territory, right?
It's like he's just hanging out in the backyard and he's running around like he's some sort of like hunter in the grass out on the Serengeti.
Yeah. And,
Cats
although
will
we
be
do have to
cats.
say, he's actually very good at hitting birds, which I don't know if we need to get into any of those stories.
Yeah, the reality is that, he's not just, some goofy cat running around pretending to be,
he's a natural predator, right? I just
predator.
wish he would
He's not just
attack more
pretending.
of the things that we don't want, like, bugs and scorpions and stuff.
Trump. Okay, so this
Sorry.
this is our bonus song. This one is called
Kicking It with the Cat. Oh,
Okay.
I want to say more about this song, but we can talk afterwards.
Yeah, we'll
very
talk
briefly.
after.
Yeah, it's meant
Okay.
it's meant to be silly. We're not meant to take ourselves seriously, please.
So this is the bonus song for the album.
You can only get this song if you buy the whole album. This song is not available to purchase individually.
Okay, cool. Nice. Good job, baby. So this is the bonus song, Kicking It With the Cat, from the Comfort Food album by us, The Rhythm and the Flavor. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's rock it.
Hey there, little kitty cat. What are you doing? Oh, honey kitty. Why don't we go hang out by the pool out back? I will dance with you on a mountain top. I will dance with you in the rain. cat. Out back by the pool, kicking it with the cat. Out back by the pool, kicking it with the cat. Out back by the pool.
The domestic shorthair in his natural habitat. In the suburban backyard, he prowls through the overgrown grass and weeds, searching for a prey. A cricket? Perhaps a scorpion?
Look at our cat in his outback backyard jungle habitat. He lays down the law with his mighty paw, dealing out justice with tooth and claw. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat. I will dance with you on a mountaintop. I will dance with you in the rain. I will dance with you just to have some fun. And I dance to ease my pain.
The rain puddles are an attractive watering hole for the local bird life. The hunter lurks in the shadows, waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
When the cat door swings out, it's time for a feline breakout. With his lion's meow, he dances a cha-cha-cha. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Kicking it with the cat, out back by the pool. Dance, little sister, dance. Dance, kitty cat, dance. Dance, little sister, dance. Dance, little kitty cat, dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I gotta tell you, Mike just laid that funky bass line at the end this morning.
Yeah, I wrote it at
Literally
like
this morning.
8 o'clock this morning, and it took me till 11 to be able to play it right. Not really.
But damn, is it funky.
Yeah, and the very last bass note, I'm doing the riff, and at the end I'm like, boom, and it slides down. She has a photo of when I was playing that note. That is the last note
Of the album.
on the album.
It's posted on Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
It's on
Nice.
Instagram already.
Nice.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness. So yeah, that's our silly song. It's not going to win any literary awards, but also like it's sort of a little homage to Chadwick Boseman because our cat is really like a little mini Black Panther and we think of him that way. So when he is laying down the law with his mighty paw, we want T'Challa's spirit to rise. Wakanda
Yeah,
forever, right?
I really liked 42. He was great in 42.
He
Yeah, he was
I
really
hate
good.
referring to him in the past tense. It's just so many of the best
Well,
ones go so
Way
soon.
to bring us down at the
I
end,
know, I
baby.
wasn't supposed to end it this way.
It wasn't supposed to end this way. Let's put that on the next T-shirt.
Right.
We'll put
But
out-
Kicking It with the Cat, we decided
by the
it's
pool.
super fun. Yeah. In the next album, it's gonna be the 10-minute extended dance mix version. You guys want a 10-minute version. I would dance to that song for 10 minutes. I totally would.
the Euro dance trance mix.
I mean, those of my friends who are dancers and understand the therapeutic value of movement know that dance is life. And in some cultures, dance is also prayer.
Yeah.
So dance, everybody. Dance. Dance like there's
Dance
nobody
everybody.
watching, because frankly, nobody is.
Speaking of dance, everybody, so we might do a video soon where we're gonna do a double feature of watching a couple of movies that we grew up with that we probably haven't seen in like well over 10 or 20 years. We're gonna watch Xanadu and Grease. And
my
then
God.
we're gonna make a video discussing them.
You didn't tell me that before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Xanadu.
Maybe
Did I
we'll
agree
do
to
it.
it the other night? No.
Maybe we won't. Let us know. Let us know in the
No,
comments.
I mean, those are two movies with very soft spots in my heart, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even though, you know, they sort of defy the I don't like musicals sort of rule. They kind of are the caveat. That,
Oh,
you know.
oh, that old thing you're still
Yeah.
holding on to. Come on.
We're not talking about that today.
Get over it. You don't like a certain flavor of it, but you can't, you know.
Well, the flavor is what 98% of it is. I don't want to. A lot
Granted.
of my friends do musicals. I don't want to diss them. I don't want to diss
Granted.
the whole genre.
Granted, but there's good stuff out there. We've talked about this before. We've talked before about musicals that you actually like. Something like Purple Rain. It's a musical, right? It's a movie with the
Well,
songs
and
in it.
my whole argument is that I will listen to the songs from Purple Rain on the radio. I am not interested in listening to the songs from most musicals on the radio, but that might just be because it's not my preferred genre of music.
Right. Well, and you know, on the radio is one thing, but like maybe on your earbuds. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't want to hear it on headphones either. Generally, I want good music. See, and now I'm gonna sound like I'm dissing everyone, and I don't want to do that.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't mean to
so
do that. Yeah.
We're digressing. Okay. So anyway,
And a quick thing about sizes. I am wearing, they're all unisex sizes. This is a 3X. And it fits me, like, it's nice and spacious. I don't feel like my armpits are being crouched. Normally I wear women's 20 to 22, so if that's, like, you know, the size you need. The sleeves are a little long, which for me is fine because they're baseball sleeves, so it feels like regular sleeves, but that's important for tall people. Like, I'd rather have my sleeves be long than tall people have short sleeves. Also, right? Like, I can roll my sleeves up. It's not that
it's
big a
better
deal.
that way. You're right.
Right?
You're right. It is better that way.
And the 3XL hoodie I tried on, also very comfortable, very spacious. Sleeves are ridiculously long, which again is great for tall people, and it doesn't really matter for me. But, you know, for those of you who care about how things size, I do, because they very rarely make things that fit me.
So we are the rhythm and the flavor.
Yes, we are.
Consider it to tall people. All right. Our new album is Comfort Food. It's available now on Bandcamp.
Yep, and the link has been screening this whole time during every song.
Awesome possum.
You can also find the link on our website, rhythmandflavor.com, or on this same YouTube channel, Rhythm and Flavor Productions.
There might also be a link to Patreon if somebody, if you guys like us or stuff and you want to see,
Yeah, if
like,
you want to support us on a regular
more
basis,
stuff.
support new work, hang out with us, see
Yeah.
some of our behind-the-scenes stuff.
yeah, come join us on Patreon. Like, you know, so on Patreon, we're looking at giving those people like more of a glimpse behind the curtain at what the Wizard's up to.
Because we are wizards.
I meant more like the whole Wizard of Oz reference, the guy behind the curtain thing. But yeah,
So we are
yeah.
frauds.
Yep. Well, you know, whatever. I don't know. We'll let the people decide, I guess. You let us know in the comments or on Patreon, okay?
Yeah,
All right.
or if one of these songs is like, you really want to see a music video made to that song,
Yeah.
let us know.
Let
Because
us
we
know.
have so many ideas, you know, we don't know where to start sometimes.
Yeah. And we do have weekends free, so let us know. All right, guys. Thanks. With the rhythm and the flavor.
Yeah,
Buy our
happy
album,
Labor Day,
Comfort Food.
support,
I hope you enjoy it.
you know,
Love it.
workers'
We love
rights.
it.
Anyway.
Okay.